Alrighty, so yeah, welcome to episode 17 of the Ténéré review. Anyway, so we're here about to meet up with bearded bull biker number 4, Andy, who is coming over on his KTM 690. He's not seen the Ténéré before, certainly not ridden it, so he's got a well-tweaked 690. We're going to see what he thinks of the Ténéré, and we're going to take for a ride, whiz about the place, and I'll take his 690 out and we'll see where we get to. Should be pretty interesting, actually. Hey, here he comes. Hey, how's it doing?
Morning.
Morning.
Fancy meeting you.
Fancy meeting you. What a surprise it is for everyone.
Having a good day?
Yeah.
You picked a good one.
Exactly. It's all right, isn't it? All right, let's have a look at it, shall we?
Yeah.
Well, I've had a look at it. You have a look at it.
I'll have a look at it.
See what you think, and then we'll have a look at this thing that you got.
Thing?
This thing. And you tell us all about it.
Wow.
Yeah. So there you go.
So have you taken it off road yet?
A little bit. Yeah. Been down to Salisbury Plain on it. Been out and about around there.
Yeah.
All green lanes around here and whatever. And got a bit on road. It's just been just had its first service as well.
Cool.
So first service is done.
Right.
And yeah, really
Not
like it
colour.
actually. The other boys have been out on it,
Have they?
but as one of our fans pointed out, they seem somewhat incompetent.
Well, they're not really off-road guys, are they?
No,
They're
exactly.
Not really enduro.
No,
Yeah. Well, it's tidy. It's tidy.
it's all right, isn't it?
So you've done what? 1,000 miles? 600 miles?
It's done so far 650, I think,
Right. Okay.
and it's just had its first service yesterday.
Right.
So it's relatively clean and tidy at the moment. And
Not quite the same performance as the MT10.
no, which is quite nice though. The MT10's a bit crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
But saying that, it is properly smooth, very nice. You know, engine-wise and everything. They've done a bloody good job with it.
Standard seat?
No, this is a rally seat we put on the.
Rally seat. Is that
So
lower?
it's a bit higher.
Bit higher.
1.5 inches
grip.
higher, extra grip for your rear end.
Do these fold?
No, not folding. So I need to put some folding ones on. They're just standard, actually. I think these are pretty much the same as on the MT10, you know.
Yeah. So fairly standard. And did you get any options? Did you get any options?
Heated grips on it.
Grip. That's important for an adventure bike.
It's important to have heated grips. I mean, you might be in the uplands of Mongolia.
So all of this.
And yeah,
stuff.
it's all pretty much standard. Well, there's this little RAM mount that's gone there.
Right.
Stick my phone on there for video conference calls, you know.
Yeah. Very good.
So tell us about this 690 then, because this is
somewhat
somewhat aggressively tweaked, isn't it?
Yeah, it is rather. It's had a rather lot spent on it from the Rally Raid catalogue.
Right. So what have you done on here then? It's back rear tanks, right?
So it can carry an extra 10 litres of fuel over standard, so 22 litres, which will give
22 litres.
So it will give it a range of around about 300 odd miles. So this is an adventure bike that can do true dual sport.
Right.
In theory.
So 690, sort of standard 690.
Standard 690,
Yep.
engine is stock, obviously just bash plate, luggage carrying capability, comfy seat, a load of mods to make it a little bit more robust off-road.
So this is all wiring for the fuel tanks. So you got two
Fuel tanks, one under here of 6 litres,
Right.
in lieu of the airbox.
You've done the airbox mod, so you take the airbox out.
So there's no airbox, it's got a very small airbox, twin air filters.
Right.
And then 4 litres on the back to give you an additional 10. And you can switch them.
So you got the normal tank plus 2 extras, right?
Yeah.
Plus the normal tank plus the airbox replacement tank plus the one on the back.
Yeah.
That's pretty bonkers, isn't it?
Yeah, so 300 odd miles. So I bought it and I've spec'd it really as an adventure bike that can do the distance. So,
And you've done quite a lot of. I mean, you're much more off-roady than me.
Yeah.
And you've raced so far 4 Dakars, and I understand you coach Graham Jarvis as well. You're setting up for the Erzberg Rodeo coming up. Is that right?
No, I'm not an expert. I'm not a Dakar.
Right.
I have done a few rally raids. So
Right.
I've done the Greek rally, the Greek Odyssey,
Right.
with Patsy Quick, who's a lovely lady.
Yeah.
Full support.
So hang on, there's a noisy tractor coming. Look.
So yeah, the Greek Odyssey,
Yep.
which is a few thousand K round Peloponnesia.
Is that a roadbook rally then?
It's roadbook or GPS, whichever you prefer.
Right.
I'm not a roadbook user, which
Right.
will tell you I'm not a super enduro rider.
Yeah.
And then lots of trips to Pyrenees.
Yeah. And you've done some tetting as well,
and quite a lot of TET.
Yeah.
France, Spain,
Right.
UK, obviously trail riding. So I'm an all-rounder, really.
Yeah. Much more qualified than any of the other bearded ball bikers.
Our two other friends
Yeah.
really don't know about off-road.
They don't know.
Yeah.
No, I know a bit, but not nearly as much as you. So we'll have a bit of a closer look around this thing a bit later.
Yeah.
But for your interest, it's the T7, right? And so why don't we? Why don't you have that? You take that for a whiz,
Okay.
and we'll do some road stuff to start with, just so you get used to it.
Yeah.
And then we'll do a bit of off-road, whizzing around, and be really interesting to see what you think.
Okay. Cool.
Excellent. Marvellous. Time for a coffee.
Absolutely.
All right, so we've just done a road bit, a bit of a mixture, a bit of dual carriageway, a bit of twisty stuff, single lane.
Not single lane, narrow lane.
Yeah,
On road.
I've got to say I've got a bit of a headache.
Yeah, good for you.
How do you find the
Well,
Ténéré?
as a road bike, obviously, which is absolutely fine, isn't it? You know, it will do. I don't know what its top end is, but I guess it's 100 odd.
Yeah, it
but
feels happy at 90 sitting there.
Yeah, it's comfortable. It's fast enough.
Yeah.
Was it 70 brake, something like that? 60,
Yeah,
70 brake.
72 or something, I think.
Yeah, so I mean, if you put a pillion and luggage on it, it would probably begin to suffer. But one up, it's absolutely fine. Isn't it?
Yeah, handling and
Handling, it's fine. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah. Did you find the gearbox all right? And
Yeah. No, I tried a few.
Some people said it's a little bit jerky as you wind the throttle on, which I've not really found that. But
No, who was that?
it wasn't any of
I
ours.
tried a clutchless upshift.
Did you?
That was all fine. Yeah.
So not bad. So
it's
smooth.
all right. Yeah.
So I've got to say I was on the 690 and it's fun, isn't it? And it feels a lot lighter. It's a lot smaller. There's nothing in front of you really, isn't it?
No.
But it's a bit coarser.
Yeah, it's a bit raucous because it's lost its airbox, and it's not got really any airbox. It's direct filter into the throttle bodies.
Right.
And because it's got that fairly loud pipe on, it's a little bit raucous,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah.
In stock mode, it's a lot more. It's quieter.
Yeah.
But power delivery will be about the same.
Yeah. And how much does that make then?
About 60. 50, 60,
60.
yeah, something like
So it's
that.
it's quite punchy, isn't it? It does
Yeah.
want to pick up.
Yeah.
But with that 690, you're probably and the sort of off-road riding you do, you've got to be prime target market for Yamaha with the Ténéré.
I would have thought so.
Would you not?
I would have thought so.
So
Well,
it's sort of
dual
mixture, not
sport.
too bonkers, no hard enduro stuff.
Yeah.
Some rally, some off-road.
Absolutely. It's a dual sport bike that you could ride on road for a fair old distance. You know, let's just use the TET as an example.
Yeah.
You might want to ride down through France somewhere, pick up the TET somewhere, do a fair bit of that.
Yeah.
You know. And therefore it needs to be 50-50, doesn't it? Ideally.
Yeah.
But that is the ultimate compromise.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure yet we've found a bike that can do both really well.
Yeah.
It's either swinging one way or other, isn't it?
Yeah. Because that is 203 kilos wet.
Yeah.
And the 690 is what, we're 145 or something?
140, 150 wet.
Yeah.
With standard tanks on, of course.
Yeah.
So, and that 50 kilos off-road
It's going to make a lot of difference off-road,
huge.
as we'll find out.
Yeah, it's huge. I mean, 20 kilos off-road is a lot. So, and by the time you put luggage on it,
Yeah.
if you're thinking of camping,
Yeah.
which lots of people on the TET do, then you're carrying, you're getting over up to 250, aren't you?
Yeah.
With some reasonable.
So it's the compromise, isn't it? There's always a compromise
Everything's
between, you're going to have a bike. The unicorn bike isn't there, is it? Otherwise, we'd all have bought it. If that Ténéré was 150 kilos,
then it would be absolute class winner.
Yeah. And you were saying, where's the weight? Where's the weight? And it's
because the 990, 950 Adventure.
Yeah. And I had one of those. I had a 950 Adventure S.
Yeah.
Which felt a lot more
They
ponderous
are
than
still
that.
selling. people still seek to buy
The
those.
990s.
The 990, 950, probably the 990 more so, I don't know.
Yeah.
But they're still sought after. You could still sell one of those for good money today. And I've been on the Spanish TET with riders riding those, but they were younger than me, fitter than me, and they could manage them. But you could see them wrestling.
Yeah.
Why 10 years later, 15 years later, is a bike coming out 700 seat, at the same weight?
Yeah.
I don't know where the weight is.
No, well, I reckon it's got an MT-07 engine, which weight doesn't really matter so much, right?
No.
So they haven't made an engine specifically for off-road that's specifically light. And maybe if they did, maybe it would be more fragile.
But that'd be aluminium casing, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
It's
I
not.
guess. But then you got the full subframe for pillion and everything, and it is
think there
pretty
might be a bit
robust
there.
behind there.
Yeah.
But it's hard to see, isn't it?
I don't know.
Yeah, we want make one of those 150 kilos is the thing.
Absolutely. And the same applies to 790 as well. I think the only difference.
Yeah, so tell us about a 790 then. Because
Well,
you're either in the market for that or a 790, or you
So
keep
an
your 690. Right?
adventurised 690 or 701 is pretty much a 790, isn't it? Something that's been equipped to go longer distance. But it's still heavy. But
What's the 790?
It carries its fuel low. I think that's the difference. So, and off-road, they're supposed to be, according to the reports, brilliant.
I would imagine it's spec'd, more off-road focus, basically. So
I think probably a bit more than
I would think so.
The T7.
Yeah.
It's still heavy.
Yeah.
And the thing is, a good rider can manage the weight.
Yeah.
He won't fall off so much. He's not picking it up.
Yeah.
And it might be interesting to
we
see
should do a pickup
what these
test,
are like,
yeah.
because that's when you'll notice it.
Yeah.
How easy it is to pick up.
Yeah.
And when it gets tough, when you get into gnarly single track,
Yeah.
what's it going to behave like? And I find the 690. I've been in Spain on the single tracks, and there was one particular section, and I was just dripping.
Yeah.
Picked
It's
it up,
too much.
dropped it twice, and it was like, absolutely exhausted. So, for those of you considering the TET, don't discount how important weight is all I would say.
All right, so let's throw them on the ground and pick them up, shall we?
I tell you, we've never seen that done.
No
test
no.
ever.
Let's try it and see what happens.
Okay.
Now, I didn't bring my duvet and my special memory foam mattress. So what we're going to do? Can you lie under Can you lie under it? And I'll lie up to it.
See, look, he's struggling to put it down, let alone pick it up. Bless him. Right. Well done.
Right,
Good job. Right, now pick it up. Now imagine this has got kit on it as well, and it's in a ditch.
Yeah, and it's
or on a trail.
Yeah.
And it's rocky and steep. Is it?
Yes, it comes up all right.
Yeah.
Come closer with it a bit for the sound. So yeah, it comes up all right, but it's you wouldn't want to do it too many times.
You wouldn't want to do it too many times, would you? And if you've been riding and you're already a bit knackered.
Yeah. And to be honest, like when I've done it before, I would have done it with my back to the bike, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But you're on the wrong side for filming for that.
Yeah, yeah.
So let's do it with the other one, shall we?
Let's do it on mine. You can chuck mine on the ground.
So it's obviously much lighter. Well, we know it's like 50 kilos lighter anyway, right?
How much fuel do you have in yours?
It's pretty much full.
Yeah?
Alrighty.
dead KTM?
I'm just going to use one hand for this.
Okay, you could try. You're trying to make a meal of it. Come on. Yeah.
So still not massively easy, right?
It is heavy.
But,
I tell you what, by dirt bike standards, the 690 is
yeah,
heavy.
easier than that.
Yeah, it's all relative, isn't it?
And again, technique-wise, you're on the wrong side again.
Yeah.
But it's upright. I am 6'2", strong as a horse. But it's obviously going to be easier, right? Because it's lighter.
Yeah, yeah. But what it demonstrates, weight is important.
Yeah, and if you were doing that a lot, you'd be absolutely fine.
And you ain't got a film crew to help you, like Charlie and
yeah.
what's his name?
So the thing is to not fall off.
That is the
All
trick.
right, so
T7.
yeah.
Oh,
he killed it! He's killed it!
Rib.
When you're ready, let us know when you're ready to go. Oh, there you go. A bit of a stagger, but it's up.
Oh.
It's
I'll
up.
tell you what,
So I normally put the bars the other way round, but you know. Yeah, I mean, you're like, you've been badly injured. You've basically got no bones,
rib, but, yeah.
no bones left, have you?
Yeah.
All right, well, let's try. Mind you, you know what it's like to pick that one
I
up.
know what this looks like to pick up.
Yeah, but the viewers want to see because they don't know.
They do. They want to see me equally struggling with this.
Yeah.
Oh, look, that far end's loose.
Is that what that is? All right. Well, that was easier putting it down. All right. So, on just the technique you're using here. This is a tried and trusted technique. On the bar. Not much puffing, but it's up.
There we go.
So in terms of, you know, let's do it scientifically speaking here. What percentage easier was that to the nearest three decimal places?
30%.
30% easier. So if you're doing that a lot,
If you're doing it once or twice,
yeah,
and you've just been riding,
yeah,
probably in a technical bit,
yeah,
so you already got all sweat on,
yeah,
and then you drop it,
yeah,
and then you pick it up,
yeah.
and we haven't got all the helmet on and all that stuff.
No, we haven't, have we?
So yeah.
And it's not on a leaning slope with, you know, we're here, Newlands Corner, right? It's not exactly the back of beyond, is it? Yeah, look at all these GSs there.
To see what they like to pick up.
Oh yeah, should we do that? Yeah, we could bring some GSs over, and they just ride off when they're, when they're on the ground. Excellent. Well, there we go. Pickup test. Obviously, amazing conclusion. The lighter bike is easier to pick up. So we've done quite a few miles of trails, green lanes mostly.
Yeah.
Pretty wet, right?
Pretty wet. Yeah.
Muddy.
Not
ruts.
easy. Not easy.
Not easy. And I rode yours, and you rode mine. So
We did.
what do you reckon?
What do I reckon? I think the most important thing is it's not a GS.
Yeah.
So your other friend
Yeah.
can fuck right off.
Yeah, I think a GS would have, or Nobblies, it would have done that, all right, wouldn't it? But,
Yeah. I mean, we were on sort of, I don't know, 50-50 trails, weren't we?
Yeah.
Nothing really too hard, but I mean, it's what I liked about it. It's easy to ride.
Yeah.
Its power delivery is nice. It's smooth, gentle, progressive. Nothing too scary there.
I just thought the 790 should be like that, because
Being a
the
twin.
single's a bit more abrupt, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a bit more punchy.
Yeah.
But no, it puts some power on nicely. Gearbox is nice.
Yeah.
So I was moving around the gearbox a bit. So yeah, I mean, you can ride it comfortably off road.
Yeah.
You can ride anything off road.
Yeah.
The question is, what floats your boat?
Yeah. And then, so that's what you liked about it. And what about sort of standing up on the pegs and stuff?
I mean, as a standard geometry, for
Yeah.
me, I wouldn't need to put bar risers on it or anything like
Right,
that.
yeah.
Because obviously the 690 has got bar risers.
I do need them on actually, but I've taken them off
Right, okay.
because I wasn't quite happy with the tightness of the clutch
Right.
cable,
The
so I
cable's
might
very
have to just
tight.
fiddle about.
Yeah.
But yeah, I need just a little bit up.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, like any bike, it's going to need, if you're serious about taking it off-road a lot, you're going to want to do some stuff to it. And it's going to be interesting to see what the aftermarket comes out with. You know, the bash plate is actually, I would say, adequate. It's, you know, it's not a piece of plastic like you get on the...
There is a Yamaha standard one, like 4mm thick.
Right.
It's quite a big, like, construction. But you're just adding more weight to it.
You are. It's low down there. Folding mirrors, you know, stuff like that would be good. But and obviously changing the rubber. I don't know about gearing, whether you might want to put a bigger cog on the back. Maybe
it feels quite low, actually.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah,
it does.
It feels all right.
So
what didn't you like then? What did you?
Well, I mean, if I was going to be doing 50-50 off-road or even greater than that, I would instinctively go for something lighter, even lighter than the 690. I'd probably start with an enduro bike and try and make
what sort of thing then?
I don't know. I mean, a few people I know have done the Beta 480 and adventurised that, given it a bigger tank and the rest of it. Clearly, that's going to be much superior to these two off-road. But you're then into shorter. You know, you're going to be doing an oil change. You know,
and pretty nice, comfy on liaisons, right?
No, I don't know actually. They're all right.
They're right.
Geared correctly, they'll do. You know, it depends what kind of speed you expect to do. So you'd be expecting to do national speed limit and above on a motorway. On an enduro up bike, you'd be looking to do what, 60 top, 65-ish comfortably. Knobbly tyres. You know, you're not going to want to be doing a ton, are you? So it really depends what you're aiming to do. I think the challenge is that on the TET, it's not like going on the public road where all the roads are the same. You know, B road's a B road and A road's an A road. You can have very easy trail 1 minute, and after a load of rain, it can be really technical.
Or you can be going all sort of easy, and then suddenly you've got some sort of rock-strewn nightmare.
And there's a lot of talk on the TET about, oh, could you grade the tracks, please? Well, which is sort of not really in the spirit of things.
Well, you grade it when you arrive at it. And
and then you might have to turn around. I think that's the point, is that with the T7, you might find yourself turning around and saying, hang on, do I want to drop a 8 grand bike? Am I going to be able to, you know, get through this? As I said,
if you had a 790, right, that's a 12 grand bike. Plus, if you start rally, there's like a Dakar rally fairing.
You're in,
and that's 2.5 grand.
14 grand
before you pull the stuff on it. So 14 and a half, you don't really want to drop that either.
No. So I think it depends where you're coming from. If you're an experienced off-road rider who can manage the weight, you know, like you know, any of those names that we've mentioned before, then
Scholey, Pritchard.
Probably not then. But you know, someone that has come up through enduro and can and rides a lot, they could probably manage that really easily. Like the KTM 990s, I've seen them manage really well. If you're actually a road rider that wants to play a bit off-road and go do a bit of easy trail, absolutely fine. But don't expect it to do enduro.
But it is what it is, right? It's a 200 kilo, 700cc bike that will take a pillion and luggage and
it won't break down.
And it won't break down, exactly. So that's what it is. So if you want one of those, then get one of those. And if you don't, you want something lighter, get something lighter. So it's kind of easy, isn't it?
I think just be careful aware of the marketing. You know, BMW started it. You know, they sent 2 chaps a long way down. The feeling is it will go anywhere. And reality. We know the truth is something slightly different.
And I rode yours, and it's kind of quite different. There's much less of it. And it's more agile. You have got your tyres, proper knobblies, and the pressures down. Whereas that's road pressures straight off the service yesterday. So that the T7 would sort of, it felt like it wanted to keep going.
The inertia takes it where it wants to go.
A little bit, I think with softer tyres on it, I think it'd be alright, but it's much more agile than that 660 Ténéré I had.
I bet.
So I'm really comfortable. Really like it actually. And for this sort of stuff,
the 660 was a lot heavier again.
Wasn't it? So, but yours is very nice as well. But then you got the compromise on road.
You know? I mean, I'd ride that on the road. But it wouldn't be as comfortable. Everything's a compromise.
Exactly, it is, isn't it? So there's no unicorn.
What's best is best for you.
So as the core Yamaha target market person.
Who's that?
Right, you.
With
a mixture of on and off
owner.
road, as a 690 owner. So if you could stay with a 690, you could get a 790, you could get a T7. Let's ignore the others for a minute. But those are the ones.
What would I do next?
What would you do
if you had to trade the 690?
If you had to do it,
you know?
Well, you could keep it, right? You could keep it
Yeah,
all.
I have kept it against some other
haven't you?
other
Yeah.
option. I think what I'm waiting for, and this
Yeah.
will be the next test, Andy, is
Yeah.
the new KTM 390,
Right.
which hopefully will be light.
Yeah.
You can tell, you know, I'm middle-aged.
Are you?
I'm in for an easy life. I'm like yourself.
Yeah.
I'm in for an easy life.
Yeah.
So for me, you've heard me talk about it. Weight for me is
Yeah.
important.
I can see
I'm
you.
not
Yeah.
fit enough to pick them up one-handed.
Yeah.
So I'm looking for actually something like that.
And what's the 390 going to be like then?
I don't know. That's the point. I
Don't know.
don't know.
Right.
Both of these turned out heavier than we thought.
Yeah.
And that's got all. You know, how much power do you need off-road?
The
I
thing
mean,
is
Austin Vince will say a 250 Honda is all you need.
Yeah.
Right. And he's probably right in for what he
The other
wants.
thing is you don't want to just spend loads and loads of money. So that's money you could use to go around the world, right?
Yeah.
And just
Yeah.
avoid the odd
Well, you
like.
just pick up this in a couple of months' time, don't you?
Yeah. 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 So there you
So
have it. Then, I
reliability
think.
will be a chat we can have over coffee.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, we'll see what reliability is going to be like. It's good so far. It's done 700 miles. All right.
Right.
So
Thanks,
so there you go. I hope you've enjoyed episode 10. Actually,
Is it?
This has been like a flurry of through done 8, 9, and now 10.
Right.
Episode 10, and
I am the camp one. Whoever said that,
Yeah.
fuck off.
and with that, next time.
So now we're off. Now he can't hear me. I can be honest about it and tell you what I really think about his new toy, which is very pretty. But actually, no, it's not too bad. I think it's a question of what you want the bike for, and it's probably 70-30, I guess, something like that. 70% on road, 30 off. Maybe some people might argue with that. I think if you're going to go on the TET, you just got to be careful which sections you're going to do. Oh, here he comes. You've got to be careful which sections you're going to do. So this kind of track we got here, this trail in Surrey, in these conditions, is probably good. Here he comes. Crack on. Yeah, I mean this is fairly straightforward stuff. In the wet, in come midwinter, maybe a different story.